Franklin Public Library Maker Place. By now you've probably heard the term fast fashion. But did you know how much this hurts the environment? The average Canadian throws away about 37 kilograms of textiles a year. And that's not even including all of the waste that goes into making our clothes in the first place. One way to combat it is by making your own clothes, and we'll start out easy today with this finger knit hat. Let's find out how. To make a finger knit hat, you will need some super bulky yarn and your fingers. A yarn needle for weaving in your ends is optional. Start by holding a small length of yarn across your palm with your thumb. This will be your tail. Then, starting with your index finger, alternate the yarn under and over your fingers, turning at your pinky until each finger has a loop of yarn on it. Then repeat the process so you have 2 loops. Now, again, starting with the index finger, pull the bottom loop over and off each finger. Push the stitches down your fingers if they get too close to the tips, and give a little tug on the back to tighten up. Repeat the under-over pattern with the yarn so you have 2 loops again, and again the bottom loop comes over and off. Keep going until your project is long enough to go around your head. If you need to put down your project, just take a pencil, pen, whatever's handy, and slip the stitches off your fingers onto it. When you're ready to pick your project back up, just slip the loops back onto your fingers. Remember that the project sits behind your hand and the yarn starts at your index finger. Then just continue knitting. When the project is long enough to wrap around your head, you're going to join in the round. Bring the end up to your pinky, making sure not to twist the project, and find a bottom and top loop on the end. Slip both of those onto your pinky, then do your usual under and over so you have 2 loops on each finger, except the pinky, which should have 4. Pull the loops over and off like before, and when you get to the pinky, pull each loop off individually, starting at the very bottom. Now to continue your hat, each time you're ready for a new row, pick up the next top loop from the hat and slip it onto your pinky before wrapping the yarn under and over. Then each time you'll pull the 2 loops off your pinky individually. Again, grab that next top loop onto your pinky, weave your yarn through your fingers, then pull the loops off from the bottom. You'll continue with this pattern until your hat is large enough to mostly cover your head, probably 3 or 4 times around the circle. Just keep trying it until you're ready to finish the top. When your hat is large enough to start on the top, you can start decreasing. Instead of putting the next loop over your pinky, you'll pull the next 2 loops over your pinky. Weave the yarn through your fingers as normal, and then when you pull loops off, the big difference here is that you're going to gather those bottom 3 loops on your pinky and slip them off together, not separately. Again, pull the next 2 top loops on your pinky, weave the yarn under over, and remove the bottom 3 loops on your pinky together. Keep working this way until your hat is almost but not quite closed. You don't want it to become a cone. When you're ready to finish your hat, cast off by taking the index finger loop and placing it on your middle finger and pull the bottom loop up and off. Take the remaining loop to the next finger and repeat. When you're down to your pinky, carefully remove the loop, cut your yarn leaving a long tail, and feed it through the loop to make a knot. To finish your hat, you can continue working with your fingers or switch to a yarn needle. I'm using a needle for a bit more control since my yarn is so fuzzy. All you're going to do is weave the end in and out through the gap at the top to close it. You could also gather the stitches in a circle if you're worried about having a flat hat on top. Create a loop and pull the yarn through it to make a knot when you're done, and cut the rest. Don't forget to weave in the bottom too. And there you have it, your very own literally handmade hat. There are some other projects you can use finger knitting for, so search around online for those. Or if you want to tackle traditional knitting or crochet, the library has lots of resources to get you started. If you're interested in learning more about the effects of fashion on the environment, check out the resources in the video description below. Happy knitting!